Valeria Games is set to launch a free-to-play, real-time strategy game on iOS and Android. You can add your friends, compete in friendly matches, climb up the PvP ladder, claim daily rewards, and complete Battle Pass tasks. There is also an engaging story mode playthrough where we bring our comic to life. Team Prep is where players will get their squad ready for battle. First, players can select their champion, each with their own unique passive ability. There are over 30 champions in our game, including those from our official IP partners, such as Yojimbo and Kamu from Digidaigaku, Fabian, the hero from our comic, Codebreaker from Neo Tokyo, Grail's Azuki, and Seed Phrase's CryptoPunk. Players can then equip 2 items and 2 weapon moves, ranging from buffs, heals, counters, attacks, status conditions, and more. Next, you can choose the Valerians you want to battle with. For example, if I want to add a Pixie-type Valerian, I will filter accordingly. Finally, you can allocate your skill points to passive abilities, such as a 5% buff to basic attacks. Now, you're ready to search for a PvP match where you'll be queued against an opponent with a similar ELO rating. Your team has 5 Valerians, but you can only bring 3 into battle, so choose carefully based on your opponent's team. In this case, my opponent has 2 Valerians that are weak to lightning, so I will definitely bring my Obsidian. I'll also bring Shrapnel because it's effective against Pixie types, and Poptoid because it's cute. Matches last an average of 2 to 3 minutes. To use a move, drag and drop it into the zone with your target. For example, I want to target Lirio, the Pixie Valerian in Zone 1, with Shrapnel, who's a Metal-type Valerian and strong against Pixie. You'll see the target Valerian highlighted in green if your move is effective, red if it's resisted, and white if it's neutral. The move will begin to make its way to the activation zone, and once it reaches the top, your Valerian will attack. The higher the speed stat of your Valerian, the faster the moves will move up the queue. AoE attacks can be dropped into any zone since they attack all remaining Valerians left on the field. Although this move is very powerful, it moves up the queue slowly, giving your opponent an opportunity to counter. For example, my opponent was able to freeze Obsidian before he launched his attack in the queue, causing it to be cancelled and my energy wasted. Not all moves need to move up the queue. Some have priority and will activate immediately. For example, I will use a priority strength buff that will increase my damage by 35% right before my attack activates and catching my opponent off guard. Here, I have an attack in the queue that should win me the match, but my opponent uses a priority attack to skip the queue and deliver the final blow. Priority moves can also be used defensively. For example, when my opponent is launching a powerful AoE attack, I can place a barrier on my Valerian before the attack activates. If you win your match, you will receive a chest with a random rarity based on your PvP tier. Chests can take anywhere from 3 to 24 hours to open, depending on their rarity. You can only open 1 chest at a time. Here, I am currently waiting for my legendary chest to open. Since I don't want to wait, I will use gems, the premium currency of our game, to open the chest immediately. One of our token's many use cases is that you can swap it for gems to help speed up your progress. As you collect new cards, you can burn 3 level 1 cards of the same type to upgrade it to level 2. To upgrade to level 3, burn 3 level 2 cards and continue this pattern for higher levels. As you progress, it becomes more challenging, requiring chests and rewards from higher PvP tiers to advance. Go to your inventory to see which cards have a green arrow beside them, indicating they are ready for leveling up. Next, head to Awakening to level up your cards to help you clear stronger dungeons and climb higher in the PvP ladder. In addition to burning 3 cards, you will also need gold or gems. Level 10 is currently the highest level a card can reach, with Valerians, weapons, and items evolving at level 4 and 8, gaining significant power spikes and unlocking new passive abilities. Each in-game asset is uniquely tied to an NFT, meaning before you can list or trade your cards in the peer-to-peer marketplace, you must first digitize them. The higher of the level of the card you want to digitize, the more gems it will cost. Digitized cards can only be traded on our marketplace and exclusively with our token. Besides trading, both in-game assets and NFTs can be used interchangeably within the game. Make sure you head over to the Valdex to learn more about Valerians, champions, weapons, and items to help you decide what kind of team you want to build. Land Before the War will be one of the only mobile games to host live 64-player bracket-style tournaments directly within the app, offering tons of prizes. There will be 4 leagues to choose from based on the level of your cards, with tournaments hosted every weekend. Our first tournament will be a KOL tournament, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. We're excited to have you as part of Valeria's community.